Here's what I will say, and I'll say this to the camera. There's absolutely no way that I would have ended up at this point, no matter how much online search, no matter how many times I asked Gemini and Fido, there's absolutely no way I would have ended up with this configuration.
My game has been stable for 20 years. My game is about control, not distance. I'm not seeking distance, I'm seeking consistency. I'm kind of that 61, and I'm telling you, in your 60s, your body starts to really decline. I think I'm a steel guy. You might tell me I'm a graphite, but think about control, not distance. But whatever I get, kind of got to get me into Social Security. I have D7 irons that I have loved for 15 years, okay? And these were actually fitted, okay? And the reason I haven't done anything is because
You know what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But over the past few years, my iron game has become less consistent, and I feel like I've lost trajectory as well. I feel like I'm getting a lot lower shots, which they don't pull up the green. I think my the pencil I hit greens has dropped.
And so forth, okay?
Are they chasing through on greens?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so what happens is I have a lot of like those tough little chip shots that are 2 feet off the green and so forth. And so I turn what used to be pars into, I have 7 feet left for par, and of course I can't putt. So I would say the loss of trajectory has turned a lot of pars into bogeys for me. These were actually fitted.
Okay.
They are 1 inch longer and 1 inch upright.
Okay.
I'm 6'1". I used to be 6'2". I'm down to 6'1". This happens when you age also. And I'm not sure I need the upright anymore because I think as you get older and I don't think I swing as far, I think my swings become flatter. I'll let you, but that's what we're starting with.
Okay.
The shafts,
Yep.
I think you might want to put me in a lighter shaft moving forward. Okay? This is for you to decide. I'm almost through my list. Tim, you'll like this. The reason I like Wilson is because it's like me, all right? The Titleists, the TaylorMades, the Calories, they're the popular kids. Wilson's kind of the quiet kid to the corner, but there's a surprising amount of substance there once you play with it. So my personality meshes with Wilson, okay?
Okay.
And like I said, they've done me well for a long period of time, and I figure since all I'm looking for is consistency, that's why I lean towards, like, Wilson's done nothing to lose my business, is kind of the way I go into this.
Okay.
And finally, this is like really stressful. And the reason it's stressful is because, remember, I've been playing golf for so long, you don't know me. This is a big decision for me. Like, I'm walking away from irons that have served me well for a long period of time, and if I don't perform well, or I give bad readings, or I don't perform in a manner that's consistent with my game, I could walk out of here and go backwards. So just understand the anxiety that I bring here. That's it. That's my list. Here's what I anticipate happening. And again, my point is I don't hit a lot of 6 irons at Arrowhead. I hit a lot of wedges, 9s, 8s approach shot.
Okay. Do you find any par 3s you'd be pulling a 6?
My par 3s, again, I'm playing the white tees, 3,100 yards. My par 3s are 140 or less. They're 7s or 8s. So a lot of times if I'm hitting a 6, it's because I'm 160 yards out. Maybe I hit a bad drive, or I might be in the rough or out of position and so forth. Maybe I'm hitting a layup on a par 5 or whatever.
Okay,
so
perfect. All right.
Okay, and again, I'm trying to hit the ball straight or straight with a slight fade.
Okay.
I shoot my 41s when there's not a two-way miss going. When I get tired, I'll start pulling it. Okay?
All right.
All right, I expect this ball to fly in the high 140s and roll out to high 150s if I hit it well.
Okay.
I would say the carry's a little bit farther than what I would hit.
Okay.
That's a low cut. But that's not a bad shot for me. That would be short.
Okay.
That's not a horrible shot. I'd be short right, and then it's just, again, I'm par bogey. I just have to get that up and down.
Correct. I'd rather you be short and right than long left.
Long left is usually a bogey for me. Short right, I have a chance.
Okay. What ball do you play, Dave?
Usually I play a Pro V1, but you're going to tell me what ball I should play. No. I like that swing right there. It's a little left, but I hit that in the sweet
You
spot.
hit that one good. Give me 1 or 2 more.
Okay. Notice I haven't hit any straight yet. That's bad. 1 more.
Not terrible.
That's that short weak right.
Midge heavy.
Okay.
Not bad. All right, let's take a look at this dispersion here. So here's our dispersion, okay? So each white dot is where you carried it to.
I hit a lot of pulls here.
Okay, and that's all right. It might be just one of those days.
Yeah.
So biggest thing that I want to get under control here is that north to south discrepancy. Okay, I want north to south
So do I.
to be as tight as possible.
So do I.
I want you to be hitting the same carry number. Perfect world, the same every time. When
With
it
an
comes-
acknowledgement that there's obviously flaws in my swing that contribute
Correct.
to that as well.
So the biggest thing, like if we have a pin here at 140, like if we miss it left or right, that could come down to a few things. Were you aimed properly? And then how was your path swinging? But if north to south, to me, that's telling me the club's doing the same job every time. It's just coming down to you as a golfer of
Okay, so the
direction.
club's kind of doing the same shape pattern, but there's a 20-yard discrepancy, which we don't want for a 6-iron.
No, so that's probably, when I go to the chart, I'm probably going to assume ball speed has a pretty big plus or minus, where it's not coming out the same every time.
I didn't see what my ball speed was.
So we'll go through
Okay.
that here in a sec. Biggest thing right now, just dispersion-wise, I want to get that north-south flat.
So do I.
Okay. Obviously, we want to get as
And
tight
again,
of this circle as possible.
Think if the pin is here, I like getting up from here better than,
Correct.
these are tough up and downs for me, because that's the way I think about golf in terms of, am I getting it closer to the pin? Not necessarily on the green, but am I getting it in a place where I can par it?
Correct. You want to miss in the right spot.
Correct.
So here are the averages, all right? So club head speed, how fast we're moving that club around our body, right? We're at 77 miles an hour, okay? You're pretty consistent with the 2, only plus or minus 0.3. So
And I'm not obsessed with increasing my club head speed at 61.
yeah, that's totally fine. Look, I just want nice committed swings today. I don't need you to
Okay.
start swinging out your shoes or anything.
This seems to be okay for.
It is. So the ball speed giving us about 105 gives us a smash of 136. And smash factor is ball speed over club head speed. Tour average is 138.
I look at that almost as the quote unquote the solidness of my strike.
Essentially, yeah. So where we're striking on the face, how much are we getting out of this club? So I could see why you've been gaming these for so long. You get a decent amount out of them.
Okay.
I still think we have some room to improve. Biggest thing I would want to
You
improve
don't like the
on-
spin rate, do you?
Well, I'm just talking ball
Okay.
speed wise right now. I want to get it just a little tighter, where it's coming out the same more
Okay.
consistently. Okay. I'll jump to carry real quick, where you could see we have a plus or minus of almost 10 yards.
Yeah.
Where that's kind of, to me, telling me ball speed needs to come out a little bit more consistent.
Okay.
Right now we're launching it at 17.5. I don't necessarily hate that. Right now we're spinning it a hair low at 4,500.
Which kind of comes into my inability to hold greens with 6
A
iron.
little bit.
Yeah.
Biggest thing actually is height. Height right now we're at an average of 66. I want to bring that up by at least like 10 feet.
I agree.
Height should relatively be what your club head speed is.
That's interesting. Remember what I said before? I feel like over the past few years I've lost trajectory. I feel like I'm hitting more piercing shots and not.
So your launch is actually fine. It's more like if we can get more spin to hold it up, or if you naturally are a little bit on the lower spin side, then I just want to actually increase your launch. I want to get our height up so we can get this landing angle of 39.5 close to 45.
I agree, and then I can hit 1 or 2 more greens per round.
Correct.
Yes.
I want you to hold more greens. So if we can get this closer to 45, we can get this closer to an 8 to 10 yard gap. Right now we're
Okay.
at 13. So we're averaging 147, which is kind of right around you said is what you hit
I would
outside,
expect
right?
high 140s and carry out about 160. So
So I'd like to get that gap tighter.
I think I gave you a good data point to start with then.
I agree. Essentially, it's not like these clubs don't work. I just want to find you something
Yeah.
we're tightening the bolts down, getting it more consistent, and then dispersion is really the biggest thing to get that north to south as tight as possible.
You and I are good, but you can see why my thinking was Wilson really hasn't let me down. That's why
Yeah,
I was
I
leaning
can see
into
why you like
a
these.
Wilson game improvement iron.
I can see why you like these. It's really just tightening it down where we get more consistent ball speed, more consistent carry, and then really just getting that height up to where then that
would
will
love
help
that.
get
I
that
would love
stopping
that.
power, okay?
Okay. A little bit different characteristics than the last guy you fit.
A little bit.
Okay.
But you're optimized with yours. That's
right.
why optimizer, to me, it's a plus or minus where does it really show what we need to do? Where right now we're optimized, yes, but what we're wanting the clubs to do, we're not actually optimized because dispersion then is way off.
Yeah. Okay.
So like numbers wise, yes, we're optimized, but I want to beat this. It's essentially you're getting as much as you can out of this club. It's more I want to then get it consistent off the face to where then our north to south carry is a lot
So
tighter.
do you address that via the specific brand, the shaft, the length, the lie, or how do you?
It's a little bit of everything.
Okay.
We're gonna start with shafts first. I'm gonna have you test the new Wilson XB head.
Okay.
And then we're going to test shafts first. Once we find the best shaft that works with this head, we'll know what it does. And essentially, we'll pretty much go from there.
Okay.
If something can outperform it, essentially, okay? Check out the strike location. So you can see a little bit high on the face.
I feel like I hit it a little bit high on the face.
So I want to bring that down a little bit
Yeah,
just
me
so we
too.
can get lower strikes on the face tend to give me more consistent ball speed, but then also spin.
I have a question for you. So I'm pleased that I'm hitting it in the center of the club face. I'm hitting it high on the club face. Does that have to do with lie and loft and so forth?
It could. I'd be interested just to see what maybe a different link does.
Yeah.
Just
okay.
to see. I mean, it's going to be all part of the test.
I mean, it doesn't suck that most of them are in the middle of the club face.
No,
They're just
not
high
at
on the
all.
club
I
face.
just want to drop it just so it gives us that consistency,
Yeah.
ball speed, and then spin. All right.
The other thing, there's a little bit of like the old embarrassment to walk in here with old clubs. So thank you for not mocking the starting point.
There's nothing wrong with old stuff. I mean, if it works, it works.
I mean, like at the end of the game, at the end of the day, you got to get the ball in the hole 9 times.
At the end of the day, I don't force stuff in the bag where if you got stuff in the bag that works,
Yeah.
it works. Like there's no reason to put something new if it gives us the same numbers.
All right, tell me what we're doing here.
So first shaft, Neo 750. See what it does.
Is this lighter or heavier than what I had before?
Smidge lighter.
Which, again, aligns with my advancing chronology here. Go.
Good.
That's the single best shot I've hit so far.
Oh, heavy.
Smidgen heavy, but let's see where it goes. There's that low left again. Same shot, low left.
Yep. Don't worry about that one.
That's to the right.
It's an okay miss. Straight.
But again, at my level of play, it's about controlling your misses. Almost every hole's full of some miss.
Good. Really good here.
Those last two have been pretty good, haven't they?
Really good. Give me one more.
A little on the toe, but let's count it.
Again, decent miss.
Yeah.
It's not that low left, but I'm just going to ignore it for right now. So the 3 good ones we got. We're a little straighter downrange. Just that north to south is not what I want to see, but
You've tightened it
but
up a little
directionally
bit.
wise, I like that. I like that for the start.
So do you think that's the shaft?
Could be.
These are consistent.
So club head speed, we dropped a little bit. We dropped a little bit in ball speed, but because we went down, we still are really efficient at 138.
This didn't change.
That didn't change. We lost a little bit of spin, so carry's about the same. We're getting a little bit more on the back end, and then height came down. So I'm not too into that shaft. We are a little bit tighter on the carry.
Yeah,
And then directionally, we're straighter for the misses,
I
which
agree.
is great.
But it's not an overwhelming improvement.
yeah.
Okay.
How did it feel compared to your gamer?
The solid hits felt great.
Okay. So now we're gonna try some graphite shafts.
Really?
Yep.
So the 61-year-old Dave doesn't like graphite shafts. The 65-year-old Dave might love graphite shafts. Is that
Well,
what
would the 61-year-old Dave like the graphite shaft based on what the data says? If it performs better.
Right, right. So my bias going into this is that here's my bias.
Okay.
You're saying like shut up and hit.
No,
Let's say
not at all.
The bias is that the graphite's going to be more whippy and it's going to hurt my
So
dispersion.
that's what a lot of people kind of have a big consumption of, like graphite. Oh, that means it's going to be a noodle. Not
Yeah.
necessarily. With graphite, you can actually get more stable than
Okay.
steel, but lighter.
Okay, so
So-
this is why you're a professional and I'm not, because I have the hypothesis that I'm getting ready to swing a noodle here.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it the same head?
So yes. So each shaft
Okay.
we're going to hit is going to be the same head.
Okay.
So we can really see what different shafts do for us.
All right, let's put some good swings on it.
Here we go.
That felt good.
Really good here, Dave.
Wow. Okay.
Lovely.
That wasn't a very good swing. Let's see what happened. It's not bad.
Again, for the miss,
Yeah,
where we want to miss.
that's where I want to miss it. That's off the toe, but let's see where
Hit
that
good.
goes.
It's going to be a little outright.
I hit it.
Number is really good. I like the height.
That's that low pull. It's a solid hit. Let's see where that
Solid
goes.
again.
I like
Really
that.
good.
I feel like these are going higher.
I think they are. Great swing. Really, really good.
That's the
So let's
exact
check these
shot
out.
shape that I want.
So this is the north and south I'm talking
Yeah.
about. So I like that. Much flatter. Really, really good there. Check out the numbers. Check that out. Ball
Little-
speed went up. So we're swinging a little faster.
Is it a little faster because of shafts weight?
Yes, so overall weight's a little bit lighter, so we're gonna swing it a little faster. Now it's nothing crazy. Before we were
hear
at 76.7, so now we're at 77.5. Ball speed though definitely increased. So now we're averaging that 138. Ball speed though super tight, really really good. So then now you can see that carry, we're under plus or minus 2 yards, which is really really
So
good.
I've picked up in theory 7 yards and I've tightened it up, and my
And then we got a little bit higher height. So we went from 66 to 70. And a little bit tighter on the plus or minus as well.
I like
I really like that one.
it. I do too.
That's a good one.
So would you say you're leaning towards that being the right shaft?
So far.
Okay.
So far, we got 2 more I want to try.
At what point do you trade out the head and say, is this the right?
Once we find, so
So we
once
find
go,
the shaft and then we figure out the right head.
correct.
Perfect.
Correct.
Okay. I love it.
So now, pretty much everything I'm giving you is all going to be really close in weight. Probably plus or minus, like any of them,
Okay.
close to 10 grams, we'll call it. So with this one, so what I'm doing now is finding different profiles of how you load and unload the shaft most efficiently.
Okay.
So this second shaft we just did, both really efficient, but we were just catching it a little bit better, giving us that ball speed from the first
Well,
one. So
look at
these
the
ones,
look at the height difference between the two also. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm now
so you
hitting.
can see different profiles gives us then different dynamic loft. So dynamic loft is the loft at impact.
Okay.
And so where we were before at 21.9, we're very similar with the second one, 21.7. So you can see when we go lower, the height comes down.
Love it.
Launch even came down just a hair.
Right.
But
Okay.
so profile, think of a profile of a shaft in 3 sections: butt, mid, and then tip.
Okay.
Okay. The way manufacturers design shafts is for certain sections of that shaft to flex differently with when you swing it.
Got
So
it.
some shafts have a firmer handle.
So they're
Some have a very
variable.
soft handle but firm in the tip. Could be firm throughout. Could be
Okay.
soft throughout. It could be a multitude of things. So it's mainly finding the profile now
Okay.
that loads and unloads most consistent for you. I almost don't worry, like I don't look too much into flex per se, because it can get confusing where one manufacturer is regular, could be another manufacturer stiff on an EI curve of how it's flexing within the swing,
Okay.
how it's bending essentially. So flex can get a little confusing. To me, it's more about the profile.
All right. Let's see what we got here. I will try to give you some appropriate swings.
Okay, let's see it.
Good contact.
Really good here. Smidge of pull.
Smidge pull, but that's on the green. Well,
Really
look how
good-
far that
really
went.
good height.
Jesus.
Really good efficiency.
That's over the green probably. If I hit a 6-iron 180 yards, that's over the green for me.
Well, right now, I want you to worry more about that carry number.
I'm with you. Go.
Good. Good miss.
I hit that
Lovely.
solid.
That was solid. 170 carry. Really solid.
Oh my God, I don't think I've hit a 6-iron that far in years.
Pull. Not bad, though.
Let's toe. Let's see what happens though on a good toe, John.
It's okay.
Good contact.
Good.
Let's see where it goes. So
That's the
I've-
one we just hit.
So I've added distance.
So we've got distance.
But I brought the east to west dispersion.
East to
back.
west, kind of jumped a bit.
Yeah.
Now, ball speed, though, was through the roof with this. Club head speed went up again, just a hair.
Wow.
But this is fast.
So I've now picked
We're
up
really efficient now. Now, could this be almost too efficient? Maybe. There is a thing of being too efficient where we brought launch down and then we even brought spin down where we have good carry, but now it's chasing out almost too much.
Is
Now,
there a middle ground between these?
yeah, that could be. Look, I want to keep that shaft around just because you found the middle very, very good.
Yeah.
I'd like to see maybe different heads, or if I weaken that loft, give us more spin so then it flies a little higher.
I'm definitely getting the height now. Mm-hmm. Okay. And again, this is consistent. That's consistent. But yeah, I got a lot of.
Check this out. So optimizer, we were through the roof ball speed wise. Launch was good, just spin was really low. So like this could be two things. I could see what maybe higher loft would do. Going a little more loft gives you more spin, or maybe even a golf ball.
If I'm hitting it higher, but it's not spinning much, I mean, what's bad is low and not spinning, then it just keeps running. At least if I'm hitting it higher.
Yeah,
does
like
that-
you're kind of like it's kind of getting like you're making it work right now.
Yeah.
It's just releasing a little too much where it's more spin related. Where like if we had spin from yours with this, I'd be all over it.
What do we want to do now?
I want to try one more shaft. I don't hate this one though because that gave us really, really good ball speed.
That's crazy.
Really efficient.
If I pick up that much yardage with my 6-iron, how much do I pick up with my wedge? 7 or 8 yards, do you think?
Everything usually follows about
So now I'm
7
hitting
to
my
8.
wedge 112 yards, not 105 yards or something like that. So I have to kind of at some point.
Yeah, like you're
I
gonna
have to
have
relearn
to-
my numbers.
Yeah, usually, like I like to say, go play 2, maybe 3 times to get a good idea. Now it will depend on, well, how are the conditions when you go
Right.
play? Is it windy out?
Right.
Stuff like that. So
Okay. And good, bad, or indifferent, I'm showing you my swing today.
what's good is each time, like you're pretty consistent. Really the biggest jump was that Vista, the first Graphite we tried. But that last one, I mean, you were super efficient on club head speed.
I like when you say that it's consistent because, again, that's what I'm seeking. And look, I mean, my game is what it is. I'm not going to go to a 5 handicap with this swing and everything, but that's to the right.
Okay.
I hit that well.
Good swing there.
Wow.
Lovely.
Look how high that went.
Lovely.
delete.
79.
Okay, there's the fat. Let's see where that
A little
goes.
heavy.
But that's part of my game, so.
Okay. Good swing. Good.
Okay, there's that heavy again. Let's see what happens to it again.
Yes, do that one again. We got spin back up. And that was on a slight miss.
That went to the right, but I hit it well. Let's
One
see what
more with
happens.
that ball. This is another decent one. Yeah, spin came back up.
A little off balance, but let's see what happens here. It's a good miss.
That it is.
All right,
So this is green. If we ignore that last one,
Whoa.
we're right here. Similar club head speed, ball speed similar to the last shaft. Really efficient still. We brought launch up and we brought spin back up. So now we're at 62 with a ±7. So I'm not too into that, but I do like where we got height. That's our highest one.
Yeah. Can we look at red again? Look at the dispersion on red real fast.
Yeah. Red is this one. So this was the one.
You know why I like
to
this?
the right.
I like this better because it's straighter. Oh, is this?
So this is red when I took out the one miss.
Okay.
So that's the last miss we had with it, and then 3 good ones right there. 3 good ones with the Vista.
Would you say that green is my tightest in terms of north to south?
North to south would be the Vista. So north to south is blue.
Okay.
Red would be probably next. Green is one of the bigger ones, honestly.
Is the difference between green and red just simply shaft weight? You gave me a slightly.
They're very similar in weight. It's more the profile. Profile is probably
Is my current like 100?
your current weight
Shaft
shaft.
weight, yeah.
I want to say they're 105.
Yeah.
105.
So I'm playing significantly lighter.
These
here.
are all about 30 to 35 grams less.
Yeah.
I really like what the Vista did for us on 2 reasons. One, we're really efficient as it is. Yes, we're not as efficient as these two. Ball speed wasn't as high, but we had decent spin, decent height, but it's really that carry is what I like the most. And then when I bring it back to dispersion, you can see.
Can I try a few more with that? See if we can see if I can validate it then?
For sure.
Would you say the advantage of the Vista is it doesn't dramatically change my distance numbers, but it probably does what I said before, which is I came in here looking for control, not distance.
It's more, yeah, so what I'm liking about the Vista is that control aspect from the north to south.
It's easy to get excited about distance, but again, remember what I said.
Correct.
I'm
Correct.
just playing a 3,100 yards, and whether I hit a 6-iron, 160 or 180 doesn't matter. I just need to know where it's going.
Correct. So that's why I really like the Vista.
Okay.
Because we have that control of that carry number. We know what
agree.
it's doing. And yeah, it's a little bit farther, but it's not like where this was 167 come from 147. That's 20 yards.
If I need to hit it that far, I'll just hit a 5 or a 4-iron.
You know, like we were talking 20-yard gain with the red versus we're, 7.
I'm more comfortable with that in dispersion.
So
Let's see if I can validate this. All right, so this is our leader in the clubhouse, so to speak, right now.
a little heavy.
Well, but that's one of my shots, though. Okay, did not hurt myself. I'm now just chipping.
Better. Much better.
A little off the toe, but let's see where that goes.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Look at this spin on it. Okay, so are these numbers consistent with what I was doing before?
Yeah, I mean, slight mishits, similar ball speed. We're about a mile an hour off.
Yeah.
Still decent efficiency. Launch came down just there, but you can see when we get that AVX ball, we get the spin we need.
Okay, so is this my shaft?
I like that.
Okay,
I do.
we got the shaft in place then.
So I made a few tweaks to the head.
Okay. What's the difference in the iron? What did you do? How did you?
What I do to the iron?
What did you tweak between?
So I gave you a little bit more loft,
Okay.
and then I went just a hair flatter
Okay.
to keep from those left misses.
Oh, okay.
Let me see you hit this one again. Use that AVX ball.
You want the Titleist 3.
Yes.
Okay. That might be my
Good.
best contact today.
Smidge pull.
I love that height though.
I do like that height, and I like that spin a lot.
So that's 15 on average, 15 feet higher than what I walked in here with.
A little heavy.
It's somewhere between heavy and
Close.
solid, but should be straight.
It's a good miss. It's the miss you want.
That's the miss I want. Go. Same thing. Look at that total distance. Though.
That was a
Holy
misread.
crap.
Okay.
I'm leaking these. Is that me or is that the
It
club?
might be. I probably just went a little too extreme on the Y adjustment.
Because I feel like I hit some really solid shots there.
Let me.
Or some solid contact.
No, you definitely did. Let me bump it back. See if this
I noticed that I've not swung any dyna power yet. Is that on purpose? Because that was my
mean,
hypothesis
it's-
that was the game improvement club for me.
What do I even have? I got a dyna power. You'll be the first one to hit it.
What's that?
You'll be the first one to hit it.
Fat
little heavy?
shot. Yeah, but again, that's part of my game.
Good. Here's your little fade. I like that one.
Me too.
Good. Good swing.
Good contact.
Really good. Really good.
That's my best swing today.
Pretty similar to before. We got a little bit more out of it now. A little bit better ball speed. A little bit more efficient.
What's
Similar
the-
launch.
what'd
But
you
look
do?
at what the golf ball's doing. Same launch, but look at the spin we're getting now from before. Watch face be closed. So that's left and left. That was a good swing.
I didn't even feel contact there.
So
Look at the height
we're
there.
catching it a little bit hotter, more efficient, similar launch. We're getting a little bit more spin, a little bit more carry. It's still rolling out, but we have decent height. Let's try dyna power.
Am I the first?
Yes, you are.
Uh-oh. I still view Staff, the brand, as a product for like scratch golfers. So this is this the forged or the max or?
This is the forged.
So this is the shaft we like, and now we're
I
switching.
do like that shaft.
And we're switching from.
So we're going from the XB.
This feels like a little more of a player's club. This feels like a little more game improvement to me. That's my,
That'd be the next step after that one.
so this.
Correct.
My hypothesis is that this is going to be a little bit more forgiving for my swing.
For sure.
We'll see what
Yeah.
happens. All right, first swing right here.
Let's see. All right, Dave. Like that.
Not bad. That's to the right. Benny to the right.
Heavy.
I like that. Height's a little lower, right?
Height's a little bit lower. It's a little stronger lofted head.
I think I like the setup and look of this better than the Staff.
Okay. Thank you. Good. Let me see that club itself. I want to tweak the head. Let me see what this does.
Real quick learning question from me.
Yes.
When I miss it to the right, I have higher height. Is this because when I left, the club's a little closed and I delofted
Yes,
it?
delofting it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a good swing.
There we go. That I like. That I like.
I like the height. Okay. There's that toe, but let's see where it goes.
See if we got away with it. It's where you wanted to miss it.
Yeah. That was spinny
was
to the
open.
right. Go. Be green. I like that one. Didn't go anywhere though.
Little bit of miss.
wanted to see the result.
Misses with it are consistent.
Are you having a hard time believing that this is better than this?
No, that one's definitely, like, forgiveness-wise, the Dynapower is missing in the location that we're wanting to miss it in. So here is Dynapower. So we're a little bit faster, a little bit more efficient. We got a little bit more launch out of it. Similar spin. We got a little bit more carry because we got height up. And still
Okay.
rolling out just a hair.
So
past what we
clearly,
need.
clearly what I have in my hand right now is better than what I started with.
Yes.
Can I hit 2 more?
Yeah.
See if we can get a little bit better data here.
Good. Look at that height, Dave.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. That's my shot right there.
That's really, really good. A little bit of a miss. I mean, the misses are consistent.
Yeah.
So ball speed definitely increased, similar to where it was with the XB.
Yeah.
Still good efficiency. Launch came up, spin a hair down, but our height came up tremendously.
Well,
So now it's stopping a little bit faster.
so let's go what I said at my 9-point opening comment. I'm looking for height and tighter dispersion.
Out of what we've tried height-wise, yes, the red was a little bit higher, but it's a little bit looser. Now, what happens if I ignore that? We get that out of it, so then let's go back to the table. It's a little bit higher. It's 9 yards, a little bit 9-10 yards farther.
Hit that well.
It's a
I
good
don't know what it
swing,
did.
good launch.
I like that shot. I love
Like
that shot. I love that shot.
Good,
I crushed that.
good. Those are identical.
That's the highest one I've hit all day.
That was 92.
Yeah. So
I
that's-
love that.
That's 50% higher than my gamer.
A little out to the right.
Yeah. Boy, I hit
not
that
bad.
well though. Look at the height though. I'm blaming.
So what's good that I'm liking to see, look at the green now, the flashing ones. We're getting that flat line back.
Okay. And the height is great.
And the height, now look, check this out. Look at that height. Now we're within the 10 yards. We got much better spin, a little bit better launch. We're more efficient.
So I've hit a few more greens with this iron.
This is your
not.
setup. Because
Okay.
this is what I love. We're a little bit faster. Club head, yes.
Whatever.
A little overall weight of this is a little lighter than what you walked in with.
Yeah. It's 30% lighter.
So it equates then to we got better ball speed.
Okay.
Okay, but look at that ball speed, how, the plus or minus of it from where we were.
Okay, so
Okay.
I'm faster and more consistent.
More consistent off the face. Smash factor, really, really good. 140 from already a decent one at 136. We're just more efficient now, which
Spinning
is
it,
great.
Carrying
Launch went up almost 2 full degrees,
carrying it 8 yards farther.
carrying it 8 yards farther, and then we're also much tighter as well.
Look at this, it's a 13-yard rollout versus a 10-yard rollout. So that's coming in. So that's the problem I'm trying to solve as an aging golfer.
Because look where we went from 39.5 landing, now we're up to 45.
I like that club.
This is your setup. So
this
what
it?
I did was I went a hair flat in the lie to keep that left miss out.
Okay.
If anything, I
I
want you
haven't
to,
hit one of those. If anything, look, I want to either hit it straight or I don't.
Correct.
I just want a one-way miss.
Correct.
So
So-
you've
so
taken
I'm
the two-way miss out.
yes. And
Okay.
then I weakened it 1 degree
Okay.
to give us a little bit more launch, but then it's really the spin. It
right.
helps with spin. So our dynamic came up just a hair.
Is this my club? Is this my?
This is your new
Are
setup.
these the clubs that I'll begin collecting Social Security checks with? Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
I mean, I feel like we achieved what we wanted, right? We got better height, which you walked in here wanting, right?
I
We
didn't-
wanted better stopping power.
I wanted height and stopping power. I'm not obsessed with distance. It doesn't suck to get a little bit, but that's
we got a little
secondary.
bit, which is
Yeah,
fine, you know.
but I
But it's
knew-
nothing egregious. It's not like you're
Right.
30 yards farther or
No, I
something
love it.
crazy. We're 12, you know.
And so this, presumably this carries through the bag. I'm hitting my wedges higher too now, which is a big issue for me. Because remember, I'm hitting 6 iron's great, but I'm mostly hitting wedges, 9s, and 8s, and now the increased height's really going to help me stop it on that 125-yard
Well,
shot.
and the golf ball too.
Which is
I would definitely recommend an AVX.
What's the difference?
Compression. It's the compression.
I don't need something that compresses as much.
No, you want something that compresses a little
Am
bit
I
more. swinging
swinging fast enough to compress it?
Yeah, no, for sure. Like you have enough horsepower. It's more, it compresses easier for you to then get the ball speed we need, but then get the spin we need with the launch.
Our work
It's essentially, you don't have to work as hard to get the numbers you need.
is our work done here?
We are done. That was fun.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you come in here with goals and we achieved those, and we got a little bit on top of that with a little bit more distance and everything.
Here's what I will say, and I'll say this to the camera. There's absolutely no way that I would have ended up at this point, no matter how much online search, no matter how many times I asked Gemini and Fido, there's absolutely no way I would have ended up with this configuration. There's no substitute, yeah.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Please hit the like and subscribe button below and check out the channel.